Morning, my fellow chiropractic champion and warriors out there. How you guys doing this morning? I want to ask you a question. If you think about a story of a bad dental advice, let me ask you this. So let's say you have some problems with your teeth, right? And maybe it's gingivitis, maybe there's some dental decay and some damage to your teeth. So you go to a dentist, and the dentist says, "Geez, take some X-rays, looks at your teeth, and says, wow, you need some dental work. It's going to take some time. It's going to cost some money, and it's going to take us probably a good maybe 2, maybe 3 months in order to get your teeth better. Certainly better." And you're like, "Oh, okay, I see the X-rays, I see what's going on. I obviously don't feel good. I called you because my teeth hurt, or there's some problems with my teeth, or I don't like how they look, whatever." So about 90 days goes by. The recommendation of care, of, God forbid, the word treatment, right, is 90 days. And then the dentist says, "Hey, listen, you know what? You're out of pain. We put you on 90 days. You paid for your care. We're going to release you of care. You're released of care and no longer need any treatment. And hey, if I can help you out in the future, give me a call, and I'd love for you to come back in the office if I can help you out." Does that sound like good advice? Let's say the dentist basically says, "Hey, listen, we're done. So at this point, you're free to go. Don't brush, don't floss, don't bother really taking after your teeth, tending after your teeth, working to have healthy teeth. Don't come in and get regular evaluations and checkups anymore. Listen, you're done. It's over. Call me if you need me." Does that sound like good advice? If you went to a dentist and he or she said that to you, would you go, "Wow, I feel really a lot of confidence in the treatment and the recommendations of this dentist"? The majority of people are going to go, "Wow, that doesn't sound like good advice at all." Here's the problem, guys. We, in our profession, have docs that are recommending that mindset. And worse than that, and again, I say this out of love for our profession and love for the principle and love for what chiropractic is, we have coaching and consulting groups that teach you 90-day treatment. God forbid you're using that word in your office. 90-day treatment and you're done. "Hey, listen, I'm going to put you on a 3x4, 2x4, 1x4. You're done. If I can ever help you out in the future, give me a call." That to me is literally like somebody walking in with sick and diseased teeth because they've neglected and haven't taken care of them, coming in for 90 days, getting them healthy, and then saying to them, "Hey, listen, get out of here. Don't brush, don't floss. Don't bother taking care of this guy at all. And hey, when you're sick and diseased again, come on back in. We'll talk to you again." And maybe what? Some of them teach maybe, "Hey, come in 2 or 3 times and then say, 'Hey, what can I do?' Well, let me tell you what I do for my family." I say it out of love for what we do and the principle of chiropractic. Listen, there's never a good time to have a subluxation, right? Now, that subluxation may not hurt you at all. That subluxation may not cause you any problems at all in the sense of how you feel. Just like an artery being clogged in your heart, you may not feel it right then. Just like a tumor in your chest or a tumor in your prostate, you may not feel it right then, but it's certainly not a good time to ever have any of these significant problems. It's never a good time to have interference to your nervous system. There's never a good time. It's never okay. It's never good to have your brain not able to communicate through your nervous system. That's never okay. That's never good. It's never okay to let somebody think that's okay. It's never good to let somebody think, "Hey, this, when it's out of alignment, is only when you hurt, and if you don't hurt, you're not out of alignment." That's not okay. That's not good for humanity. That's not good for your health. That's not good for the future health of your body. That's certainly not good for the future mindset of our profession. So this is what I want to, close with or share with you guys. If that doesn't feel okay, if in your heart of hearts, in your mind, that doesn't feel okay. If you know in your heart that, listen, you know what? Recommending a little bit of care for somebody who's been sick for 20 or 30 years, recommending something that's small because it makes you feel more comfortable, even though it's not in their best interest, recommending care that you know isn't ideal for that practice member, but you're afraid of telling them what they really need, or you're afraid that they're going to leave or drop or not pay. Like, if that doesn't feel okay, then I'm telling you what, you got to hang your hat somewhere else. You got to hang your hat with Chiropassion Consulting. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we never water down chiropractic. I am never going to tell somebody ever, hey, come on in when you're hurt and don't come in when you don't hurt. Because chiropractic's got nothing to do with pain anyways. Chiropractic is about ensuring that what? That your brain, right? That your brain can communicate to the rest of your body. That's what chiropractic's about. And if you want to learn, maybe that sounds difficult for some guys, but listen, if you want to learn how to effectively communicate that, if you want to learn how to have more families stay with you for a lifetime, if you want to learn how to run an office that's highly efficient and that's a lot of fun and that has low overhead and that you can help hundreds of people a week that stay with you, that stay, pay, and refer, that want to be here. Why? Because they know if you're tired of being the medical emergency doc, if you will, running from adjusting room to adjusting room, where do you hurt? What's going on? When did it start? If you're tired of having that kind of practice, if you're just exhausted by the end of the week, maybe just exhausted just hearing everybody complain about every freaking ache and ill and pain that they have, if that doesn't feel right for you, if that isn't the type of practice that you want to run, boy, I'll tell you, you got to hang your hat somewhere else. You got to give us a call. Because I'll tell you, we're one of the only programs that teach chiropractic. We're one of the only programs that teach what chiropractic really is. Chiropractic isn't about a protocol and a procedure. Chiropractic can't be condensed down to a 30-second script. Chiropractic isn't about, hey, how can I get somebody in and out really quick? How can I do a really short report of findings just so I can get somebody on a care plan for 30 or 90 days so that they feel good and make it really simple? Like, that isn't what chiropractic is. That isn't what the profession is about. That isn't what we should be professing to the world. That isn't going to change humanity, which is what our four founding fathers set out to do. That isn't what chiropractic is. Chiropractic is about bringing more life, allowing your nervous system to work better. I'm not adjusting babies and kids because they got fucking sciatica. I'm not adjusting a little kid because his back hurts. I'm adjusting him so that brain and the body can communicate. I'm adjusting him or her so that the body can work better. I'm adjusting them so that the expression of that vital energy and force in their body can be fully expressed so that their body can work the way it's supposed to, the way God and nature intended it to. That's what it's about. Do they know that when they walk in? No. But learning and educating and communicating and conveying and tending after them for a lifetime, that's your job as a chiropractor. It's not harder. It's different than what a lot of people do. So maybe you look at that as harder. Well, if I hook up with Borio, he does. Yeah, we do things different, but they're not harder. How is it harder to see hundreds of people in a day for years after years after years and have people come in, stay, pay, and refer? How is that harder? And not only that, it's more rewarding. And not only that, it's more loving. And not only that, in the end, guys, that's the right thing. Chiropractic has never been condensed to somebody coming in for a 90-day care plan and releasing them of care. Ever. It's never okay for a nutritionist to say, hey, let's take really good care of you for 90 days and then go back and eat the way you used to. It's never okay for a dentist to say, hey, listen, come on in 90 days, let's brush your floss, let's take good care of your teeth, and then go back to doing what you were doing before. That's not okay. It's certainly not okay with me, right? It's not okay for somebody to say, hey, listen, let's take really good care of you because you're sick and diseased, and then 90 days you seem to be doing better. Hey, you're released of care, give me a call. No, that's not okay. That's not how the body works. In fact, they showed up sick and diseased because they weren't taking care of themselves. They weren't taking care of their nervous system. They weren't taking care of their spine. It's only going to rot and deteriorate if you're not being properly taken care of. I mean, that's not okay. And if this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but I'll tell you what, if it does resonate with you, if you're like, well, you know what, that isn't okay. I want to learn how to do something better. I want to learn how to do something bigger. If you're that person that thinks like, man, you know what? There's something inside of me, I know, that's bigger than what I'm doing. You know, if you're victimhood mentality, if you're like it's everybody else's fault, you're not going to like working with our program. There's no doubt about it, because it's nobody else's fault other than us. It's our fault. It's the person in the mirror. That's the person we need to make better, right? If you're somebody that's analyzing every little thing and you need more and more and more and more information in order to make a decision, you're not going to resonate with me. But if you're somebody that says, you know what? In the end, it's up to me. I need to make myself better. I feel like there's something inside of me, right inside my heart, in my gut, that wants to be bigger and better. And I want to surround myself with other people that are doing it bigger and better. And I want to learn from them so that I can be exactly what nature created me for, in order to really make a big impact, to serve the masses, to serve more people, to be highly successful, to make an impact in other people's lives. If that sings to your soul, if that's the song that really sings to your gut and to your heart, man, I'll tell you, you got to be part of our program. You got to join Chiropassion Consulting. So how do you get connected with me? There's a link right above here. You can set up for a free coaching call. Get on a call with me 30 minutes. I'd love to hear your story, how you became a chiropractor, why are you a chiropractor? Some docs are doing really well, but maybe they're stuck. Some docs are doing well, but they want to get to that next level and they don't know how to do that. I've got a couple of docs that joined our program just a couple of weeks ago, and they had never even been in practice, so they're starting out. So it doesn't really matter where. We've got multiple levels of program, tiers of programs to get you plugged in. And I'll tell you, whether it's designing your office, whether it's how to negotiate a lease, whether it's hiring your staff, whether it's what software to use, what systems to use, how to educate your patients, what scripts to use, how to do reports, whether you want to do one-on-ones, whether you want to do group reports, we've got it. I mean, there's nothing over the 10 years of coaching that I've been doing that we don't have plugged in. And not only that, we've got some of the best docs in the profession in this group. So you get to, hang out with them on a regular basis, which is just, I think, really in the end, probably the most valuable part. You become who you hang out with. You become who you surround yourself with. And when you surround yourself with the docs in this program, man, there's nothing but class. There's nothing but championship. There's no doubt about it. We also have a website link. We have a couple docs, like I said a couple weeks ago, that just joined us right for the website. Click on that. We've got a couple of tiered programs. You can give me a call if you want to talk more about how to get plugged in. We also have a huge event. It'll be our biggest event. It's going to be in Oklahoma on November 6th and November 7th. If you've never been to one of the events, it's $199 for you and your entire staff. You guys show up. That includes our Friday night party. We go philosophy extravaganza, spiz all day Friday, get you fired up, get that belly fired up and ready to go back on money and kick some ass. And then on Saturday, we're going to go over science. We're going to go over clarity, certainty. We're going to build up your confidence. We're going to set up how to communicate better at the office. We're going to go over some managerial stuff. We're going to talk about how to bring in new people. I mean, you name it. We're going to give you just nugget after nugget, nut and bolt on how to get your practice rocking and rolling. And listen, our events aren't a big sales pitch. Our events are about making you better and giving you and your team not only the information, but the inspiration in order to go back on Monday after that weekend that you've invested in yourself so that you can put that investment to work. That's what our events are. So I'd love to have you plug in, get on a coaching call, join the program today if you're ready. If you need to reach out to me, just click out on Facebook or click on the Acuity link, and make sure you guys go on our website, register for our Oklahoma event. If you like what I'm sharing, share it to your friends. Share it to some docs that you know you need to hear this message. By all means, like the video. And let's bring chiropractic beyond bad dental advice. Let's bring chiropractic beyond 90 days of chiropractic care. Let's bring people up to the idea that, hey, listen, your spine and nervous system need to be tended after and cared after for the rest of your life, and I'm the man or woman to do it. That's where we need to bring chiropractic. Hey, love and appreciate you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.